name is Pamela Violeta. I've been living here in Tulum for 4 years, and I'm originally from Mexico City. I was born in Mexico City, but I never felt like a city girl. I felt my soul always was like jungle, beachy soul.
And what do you do for a living here in Tulum?
I call myself artist of the spirit. Actually, I heard that phrase from a friend in Puebla when I was leading women workshops based on the book Women Who Run with the Wolves. So she said that phrase and resonates so much with me, and so much with the things I've been doing in this life, almost like all my life, but like more commit to it, and I'm more conscious about it since I was 21. So artist of the spirit means that I create art, but connect with my soul, connect with the spirit, connect with the healing, with the well-being. And mostly my language is on the performing arts, like dancing, theater, clown, circus. Circus is one of my favorite language, like all that involves body expression and body challenge and all this playful inner child energy. All this is like where my soul resonates, where I feel creative. But there's also other languages like poetry. I love to write. I also draw, but I've been more like on the performing arts field. I model for drawers, for photographers. So basically on the performing arts and the arts in general, and also teaching. I teach silks, I teach yoga, I develop my own methodologies of teaching. I lead workshops and retreats for women. I work with the sacred feminine, like joining all these artistic tools. So I love to blend like the artistic and wellness world. I'm a yogini also. So I've been studying and practicing different disciplines that been nourishing this development, and I love it because it's continuous. Like it's a never-ending learning journey, and it's like learning and sharing. Sharing rather teaching or on a show or on retreats and workshops.
So what brought you to Tulum?
What brought me to Tulum, I used to have a very intense, beautiful, magic relationship with a very special soul I meet at Mexico City. But I think I made an agreement with this soul before it came into this earth. So whatever this beautiful soul wants to come here to make a business with a partner, a restaurant. And when he told me to came here, I wasn't ready at all, because like on Mexico City I give silk classes, but very well paid silk classes. So I choose how many classes I would like to teach, and the rest of the time I was training, and I wasn't paying rent because as he was coming here, I was living with my dad at my dad's house, so I was able to save this money. So I was like, yes, I want to go with you, but I want to find a job, a well-paid job, and then I go with you. So I'm going to visit you, like make what is this word? Like a research, like yeah, like a research. And when I found that, I moved. That was my plan. But there is a phrase in Spanish that says that uno pone, Dios dispone. So yeah, I came like on vacation, but the pandemic came, and like the classes I used to have in Mexico City, I couldn't give them because they were sealed and they cannot be presential. They try to make like online, but like I don't know. I used to have 16 classes, and then I was like having just 4 classes, and my flight was meant to be 15 days, and then they blocked it for 3 months. So when my flight was available to go back to Mexico City, my job in Mexico City was out. So I didn't even have the 4 classes that I have. So they canceled like for not exact time. Like it's the classes are canceled till we don't know when. So I was like, I don't want to go back to Mexico City. There's no sense. Like I've never felt from there the love of my life in that moment was here, and I was in this beautiful paradise. So it was like I don't have nothing to go back. So I am where I have to be. So I started my adventure and transformational journey here in Tulum since then.
So I heard you mention a transformation since you moved to Tulum. Can you tell me a little about your life before you moved to Tulum and afterwards?
Whoa. Like kind of the same seed, you know, like the same information has been on me before and after. But when I came here, like it blooms faster, and it confronts me with my shadow, like intense, is super intense and super like I think Tulum is like a accelerator of spiritual processes. So these lands make me yes or yes like there's no option to face all these things that normally as humans we avoid because it's uncomfortable, because it hurts, because blah 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 blah. And Tulum has this magic that you have to face it, you have to do it, you have to do the work. And so yeah, like kind of that process started before I came here when I was pregnant of Pepe, that guy that I mentioned, and we lost that baby. And this miscarriage like moved all my earth, moved like open the Pandora box and start moving all my pieces inside, start reorganizing the new woman I was born. Like I birthed him in this start place, knowing the earth, and at the same time he birthed me. So when I came here, like this all movement starts like reconfigurate, and all this new woman that was birthing has new ways of relate. And so the partner I used to have when we came together, like didn't fit with the new woman was born after that birth, you know. So in all these years, like having our journey also together, we like all these pieces has find a different place, and both we've been through different confrontations that makes us know us deeper, and and go and be more faithful to our truth. And that's what Tulum gave me, the opportunity to be more truly who I am and embrace that with I forgot the word, valor, with bravery, to embrace it with bravery, with love, with openness. I'm still working on that. It's not like all the job is done, but every time I feel closer to that, I feel more transparent, I feel more connected, like things are flowing better. Of course there's ups and downs, but I just feel nourished here.
All right, and what does Tulum mean to you? If you had to explain Tulum to somebody else who's never been here before, what would you say to them?
I would say Tulum is a paradise. I would say Tulum is an opportunity to grow, to make community. Like in Tulum, I felt the sensation of family, of a spiritual family that I've never felt any place on earth yet. So also Tulum has a lot of challenges, like, and that's also one of the things I want to be here. Like, it's not really a green destination. It's a greenwash destination, and I don't want it to be like that because I want to preserve the nature that's still part of. So one of the things that also brought me is I start being a green broker. So I sell two green projects. One is Cuyave and the other is Green Dream. So those two are like, I think that I contribute to see that hope of a conscious way of living. Like, for example, Cuyave, you are able to build 7% of the land you bought, you buy. So you have to preserve 93%. So if we really live like that, we have another world. So that's why I want to spread these kind of projects. I want to sell these kind of projects so people can connect with. We don't need big buildings and thousands of apartments. Or like, this is not life. This is like jails. So I want to promote a life that really connects us with nature, preserve nature. So one of the challenges and one of the things that has me here is this contribution to turn Tulum into a real green destination, so that example could be spread on the world. So for me, Tulum is a place that you can have a family that you never find anywhere else, like spiritual family, a place where you can have magical experiences, all the magical experiences you could ever imagine. Like all these ceremonies, artistic events, like all this crazy holiness, like expansion. Tulum is an opportunity to transform the earth. For example, like this, I want to say, like to transform this destination into a green destination and expand it to the rest of the earth. So for me, it's a place so we can transform the new paradigm of life. It's a place that we work and connect. It's a place where we have the opportunity to go to the next level as humanity. Wow, that's Tulum.
And what would you say to somebody who's considering moving to Tulum?
I could say, like, if they're planning to buy something, that they buy something conscious, something green. If they're planning to rent, like the same thing, like they are conscious of where they are living and how with their actions they are contributing to make this land a more aware land, like to pollute less and contribute. There's a lot of movements here. We're also helping each other. For example, this Saturday, I would be at ICAL on a fundraising event for an association that helps feeding the poor families in Tulum. So there's a lot of ways to help each other. So yeah, I invite the people that want to live here, that be aware to contribute with their awareness, with their love, with their example to a more conscious living here and expand it, and to be open to be nourished by others, by the magic and the love of all that we are here, that they take advantage of this beautiful energy, of all the activities that there are offered here for growing, for playing, for developing. So yeah, I encourage you to bring awareness, to grow with us, and to enjoy the present, the paradise, the nature.
All right, and final question. What do you love the most about Tulum, and what do you like the least about Tulum?
The most about Tulum? Yeah, the most about Tulum, I think I already say it kind of. That I felt it, that I feel it in my heart like my home. That I feel nourished. That I feel free. I feel free here. I think that's the thing that I like the most. That I feel free. That I feel me. And this resonates outside, inside, like on the sea, like everywhere. That's what I like the most of Tulum. What I like the least. What I like the least is like there's not correct infrastructure here, like in a lot of ways. Like as I said, it's a greenwashing destination. It's not really a green one. There are not bicycle roads for in all the places. There are some people that are building as crazy that they have to stop. Like this has to stop. I think Tulum has to have like a limit of people living here, like a limit of tourists, like to take care of that, and a lot of regulations to take care of the environment and the violence and the organized crime. Like this also is one of the things I don't like of not just of Tulum, of different parts of Mexico and of the world. Like yeah, like we have to do something against violence. Actually, I'm giving a workshop for women, like the next 2 Sundays and then 2 Sundays on May, based on the second chapter of the book Women Who Run with the Wolves, and that chapter talks about the inner predator. So it means that all the violence that exists outside has an origin mostly on our subconscious that allows this violence manifest. So, like, this is my granito de arena. I just speak in Spanish because this is like my like something I can do against this violence in Tulum and everywhere. Like, find inside us how do we allow this predator manifest. So I think everything starts from inside and then spreads. And so yeah, I think the thing that I love the most of Tulum is being who I am and the freedom, and at the least like not real infrastructure and violence.